Hey everybody, I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys today about what it would mean to be judged by God as a believer. When you hear about near-death experiences or someone coming back from the other side, some of them will talk about a life review, right? Well, in the Bible, we can see in Scripture a description on how our judgment as believers is going to actually happen. So in the book of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, Paul is addressing how Jesus Christ laid the foundation for all believers. And Paul is building upon that foundation. And he then cautions believers and whoever will build upon what he's building upon to build wisely. And he's saying to us believers that, our every action we do has either value or it is like rubble. And in the verses 10 through 15, he kind of God describes how the judgment's going to happen. He said that, your good deeds will be things that can withstand the fire, like gold and silver and precious coins. And your bad deeds are kind of like things that wouldn't be able to withstand a fire, like straw, hay, and stuff like that. So, what is this fire? He's saying, all your deeds are going to be brought out, and they're going to be seen before everybody. You can't hide them. They may be in the dark right now, but the light is going to bring them to where people can see them, right? So I had this idea. This is just my opinion. But it does say in that verse that it'll be tested by fire. And the things that can't withstand a fire will get consumed, and the things that can withstand a fire, like your good deeds, will go through, and that'll be your reward. And it says that some people will escape this fire with nothing. There's no reward left, except for the fact that they're in heaven. And it describes it as they just missed the flames, right? So there's going to be some different levels of blessings for people who are being judged as believers, and whatever you did in your life will have different levels of blessing. And that's kind of what that verse to me is describing. But I was listening to it, and I thought to myself, what does that mean? The fire is consumed by fire. So I just had an idea. I thought about Jesus Christ in the book of Revelation, in his description. And John describes seeing Jesus, and he says, his white robe on, King of Kings, Lord of Lords on his belt, shining feet of bronze, and his eyes are a blazing fire, long hair and everything. And I thought to myself, eyes of blazing fire. What would it be like to stand before the Lord at your life review, right? Near-deathers, that's how I began this, have said that they've experienced a life review. Now, I've had a near-death experience during a car accident, but I didn't get anywhere near that point. But, so here you are at your life review. You're standing before Jesus Christ, who, knows every single detail about you. Nothing's hidden. You're an open book in front of him. And his eyes are burning fire. The fire that potentially could be what Paul's describing here, which is testing your deeds. You're naked spiritually before the Lord. Every action, every intent of your heart is being looked at intently by Jesus Christ. What can withstand that? The Lord is looking at you completely naked. You can't run, you can't hide. And that part of you just wants to cringe and go, and pull back, right? Because you don't want him to see what you did, but it's too late. He's seeing it. There's no escaping it this moment. This is our judgment. And it says in the Bible, experience loss at this moment, because those bad deeds are going to be getting burned up. And when you get purified and all those bad deeds have been judged and you have your reward left, which are all your good deeds. That'll be your reward, and then you'll be purified, and that'll be your reward. But it was just my own thought, I just wanted to see what you guys think about that, because I'm like, well, maybe the fire that Paul's describing that is the judge of our deeds is literally the eyes of Jesus, as John describes him as burning fire. Imagine God just looking at you, and you can't run or can't hide in all your sin. Thankfully, we get purified and we're made whole and forgiven. So our judgment isn't like the judgments of the goats and the sheep and the separation where they get sent to hell. Thankfully, the believer's judgment, we do experience loss at that moment, but we go into eternity with the Lord and we're forever forgiven and made whole and purified. And the purifying is that burning fire of Jesus Christ looking at you. That's just my idea. What do you guys think? I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of videos like this. I have a lot of different thoughts, and I just want to talk to you guys about end times. I consider myself a watchman. I study Bible prophecy, so I'm going to be doing a lot of those types of videos. So if this is something you want to see or you like, hit the like button, please, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so as I put out stuff, you'll be notified. I think by now we all know that script. So I look forward to bringing you weekly content about where we're at, and I'll talk to you later. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that idea about the judging fire that Paul describes in 1 Corinthians 3:10, to it being the eyes of Jesus looking at you and all your nakedness before him. And John describes it in the book of Revelation. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.